This video was taken at Mersea Island, Essex. More exactly, it was taken at the Strood, which is the road which links Mersea Island to the mainland. Twice daily, at high tide, the road bridge can become entirely covered by seawater, so journeys to and from the island at times have to be considered carefully. Further along on the island is a barrow, a Roman burial chamber, which is believed to date from around 100 to 120 AD. And of course, during Roman times, the city of Camalodunum, aka Colchester, which was at one time the Roman capital, is less than 7 miles to the northeast of this location. It is no surprise then that during the Roman occupation of Britain, Mersea Island was somewhat of a getaway, a retreat for Roman soldiers garrisoned at Colchester. It therefore makes sense that this place is reported to be haunted by Roman centurions. The interesting thing about this particular case is that because the road surface is now somewhat higher than it would have been in Roman times, the apparition is reported to be seen sunk into the road, with only his upper torso visible, as if he was still walking upon that original lower level crossing. It is worth noting that just across the estuary of the River Blackwater, some 2.5 miles away to the south, sits St. Peter's Chapel, which is also said to be haunted by centurions, and which, in Roman times, would have been occupied by the Roman fort called Athona. Taken from the A to Z of British Ghosts by Peter Underwood, I quote, "I remember an elderly inhabitant telling me of how she thought she had once walked with a ghostly centurion from Mersea Barrow on the East Mersea Road to the causeway. She described the steady tramp of a soldier's feet beside her. She met a friend who also heard the regular and heavy stamping sounds. But Mrs. Jane Pullen of the Powden Rose was not in the least frightened. Those old Romans do you no harm, she would say." Another story from the same book describes how 2 Navy men, reliable witnesses who were used to making accurate observations both day and night, reported seeing a strange apparition upon the Strood itself. They reported seeing a large unknown object loom up quickly before them whilst they were driving across the causeway. Before they knew it, they were upon the mysterious object and drove right on through it with no bump whatsoever. It was said to have resembled a human-like figure surrounded in a white mist. I think this location would justify a visit at night or in the early hours when the traffic would be significantly reduced, even potentially eliminated entirely. With the solitude of such a desolate location and the added ambience which darkness creates, add some mist gently rolling in from the sea, and this place would almost take on the ambience of a horror movie set, and brings to my mind's eye the legendary Stephen King movie The Fog. but I must add that anyone wishing to visit this location, day or night, but especially night time, please check the tide times and understand exactly what they mean. Anyway, I put this video in the fail archive simply because the road noise made the video somewhat unusable. But because of the hauntings witnessed here, I feel that its story still needs telling, and so here it is. The Strood, Mersea Island, Essex, and the haunting of a Roman centurion.